Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, guys. Welcome to our lesson today. We will study lesson 8, reading, student book, page 12 and 13. What animal partner do you think this reading will discuss? Look at the picture. In other words, what animals can you see in this lesson? Yes, Ahmed?
Zebra.
Yeah? Zebra only?
No.
This one, ostrich. This one, you know this? It's crocodile. Okay, so we say, thank you, Ahmed. We say that this reading text will discuss the zebra and the ostrich, this one, and the clownfish, this one, and the anemone. Listen.
Pages 12 and 13. 8. Reading. Animal partners. For animals in the wild, each day is a struggle to survive. They must continually search for food while at the same time keeping themselves safe from predators. Some animals have learned that teaming up with another animal makes the struggle to find food, shelter, and safety a bit easier. This kind of special relationship in which animals depend upon and benefit from one another is called symbiosis. One of the most visually surprising examples of symbiosis occurs between the fearsome African crocodile and the small plover bird. When a plover is nearby, a crocodile will open its long, sharp-toothed jaws to invite it inside. You might assume that the plover would quickly reject this invitation and fly off. Yet surprisingly, the plover does hop inside. Perhaps even more amazingly, the crocodile, normally known for its aggression, does not snap its mouth shut and have the plover for a snack. Instead, it remains still, not closing its mouth until the plover leaves. How can this strange behavior be explained? The answer is symbiosis. The plover picks out all the small pieces of meat stuck between the crocodile's teeth. In doing so, it cleans the crocodile's teeth, which prevents it from getting infections. Because the crocodile cannot clean its own teeth, it depends on the plover to perform this service. In return, the crocodile provides an easy meal for the plover. In some cases of symbiosis, like the crocodile and the plover, each animal in the pair benefits from their relationship in a different way. However, in other cases, the animals share a common goal. This is true of the honey-guide bird and the ratel, a furry creature with short legs and long claws. Both these animals live on grasslands in Africa and have an appetite for honey. As its name suggests, the honey guide has a special ability for locating beehives. However, this small bird cannot open a beehive to get at the honey. To accomplish this, it teams up with the ratel. Ratels are a perfect match for the honey guide as they love honey, are large enough to crack open a hive, but have no ability to find hives themselves. The honey guide flies over grasslands looking for a hive. When it does spot a hive, it swoops down and makes a noise to alert the ratel. The ratel uses its claws to tear open the hive. After eating its fill, the ratel invites the honey guide to finish the leftovers. Another two animals that team up to compensate for their own weaknesses are the zebra and the ostrich. These two animals often travel together. This is no surprise, since they are a perfect match. While the giant flightless ostrich has poor senses of both smell and hearing, the zebra has acute senses of smell and hearing. On the other hand, the zebra has terrible eyesight, while the ostrich has excellent eyesight, enhanced by its long neck, which enables the ostrich to see far into the distance. In this way, each makes up for the other's deficiencies. As a result, the animals are far safer together than they would be apart. Ostriches can see predators, such as lions, far in the distance, while zebras can smell or hear others as they approach. Birds and land animals aren't the only ones that work in symbiotic pairs. Some sea animals, like the clownfish and the sea anemone, do as well. Sea anemones, which look like plants, are actually dangerous animals with poisonous tentacles. Most fish stay away from anemones to avoid being stung. However, the clownfish makes its home among sea anemones. It does not get stung because its body is protected by a special coating. Living among the deadly tentacles of an anemone has a clear advantage. Most predators stay away. Another benefit for the clownfish is that it is able to eat the anemone's leftover bits of food. But what is the advantage to the anemone? There are several. First, the brightly colored clownfish attracts predators. When the clownfish swims under the anemone's tentacles to safety, if the predator follows, the anemone has the chance to sting and eat it. Other services the clownfish performs are cleaning up food scraps and dead anemone tentacles and chasing away fish that might eat the anemone. While many symbiotic pairs may first look like odd partners, the benefits they provide one another are invaluable and may make the difference between life and death. In fact, it is often these animals' very differences that make them perfect partners.
Okay guys, now let's read the first paragraph to make outline or to create the outline of this text, and take care that making or creating this outline, especially in scientific text like this, is a helpful way to break down the information. Okay, يعني ده بيساعدك ان انت تاخد المعلومة او تقسم المعلومة عشان تقدر تحصل على معلومة مفيدة. فتقدر الافضل ان انت تقسم this text النص الكبير ده to paragraphs, and also it help you to review the information later. Who can read the first paragraph? Okay, Ahmed.
For animals in the wild, each day is struggle to survive. They must continually search for food while at the same time keeping themselves safe from predators. Some animals.
We said predators. Predators is what?
اللي هم الملتهمين.
Yes, المفترس. Yes, the animals which eat others. Yes.
Some animals have learned that teaming up with another animal makes the struggle to find food, shelter, and safety a bit easier than kind of special.
Teaming up means
group together.
Cooperate or group together. Yes, Ahmed. يعني يتعاونوا. Yes. This kind of special relationship
in which animals depend upon and benefit from one another is called symbiosis. Symbiosis.
هو ده تعريفها بقى. يبقى عندنا كلمة symbiosis means the relationship between animals, okay, in which they depend upon each other. So the first paragraph is the introduction about the symbiosis. Again, we can outline this paragraph. The first one, we say symbiosis. It's a special relationship in which animals depend on and benefit from one another. Okay, thank you, Ahmed. Next paragraph. Okay, Ziad.
One of the most visually surprising examples of
symbiosis
occurs between the fearsome African crocodile.
fearsome means frightening، يعني شيء مخيف بنسميه or cause fear، حاجة بتسبب الخوف أو الرعب بنسميها fearsome. اوكي، اللي هو التمساح المخيف. this one. اوكي، go on زياد.
And the small plover bird
bird. في طائر
bird
صغير كده بتلاقيه موجود دايما in the mouth of the crocodile. This is called a plover bird. وظيفته ايه ده بقى؟ اوكي يا زياد كمل هنعرف الحين.
when a plover is nearby, a crocodile will open its long, sharp-toothed
jaws
to invitation and fly.
Jaws. This is the jaws, the mouth of the crocodile. Yes. To invite it inside.
To invite it inside, you might assume that the plover would quickly reject this invitation and fly off. Yet,
you might assume means you might think، يعني ممكن تعتقد إن this bird الطائر اللي هو البلوفر would quickly reject، إنه هيرفض هذه الدعوة إنه يدخل داخل the mouth or the jaws of the crocodile. But the opposite. He of course fly in the mouth. Yes, Ziad,
yet surprisingly
يعني بشكل مدهش
the plover does hope inside. Perhaps even more amazingly, the crocodile, normally known for its
aggression means attack. يعني معروف التمساح ان هو من الحيوانات اللي بيكون فيها عداء او attack يعني بيهاجم يعني، تمام، عدواني. okay but in this case he didn't. yes,
does not snap its mouth shut and have the plover for a snack.
okay يعني هنا he doesn't snap means he doesn't bite this plover، يعني ما بيعضش او بيقفل على البلوفر اللي هو البيرد، ولكن he leave him to what go on
instead it remains still, not closing its mouth until the plover leaves. How can this strange behavior be explained? The answer is symbiosis.
The reason is symbiosis. Okay.
The plover picks out all the small pieces of meat stick between the
يعني بيحاول ان هو to clean the teeth of the crocodile by taking this meat which are inside or between its teeth. okay يعني بيحاول ينظف اللحوم اللي بتكون ما بين أسنان الكروكودايل. okay
the crocodile's
teeth. yes,
the crocodile's teeth is going so it cleans the crocodile's teeth, which prevents it from getting infections, because the crocodile cannot clean its own teeth. It depends on the plover to perform this service.
okay I'll complete. In return وفي المقابل the crocodile provide an easy meal for the plover, so both of them depend on each other. So we can outline this part or this paragraph with these sentences. We can say that paragraph number 2, the African crocodile and the plover bird. This is the main idea. okay and here are two subtitles. The plover picks food out of the crocodile's mouth, preventing infections. يعني بيلتقط منه الطعام من ما بين أسنانه وبيمنعه من infections الإصابة. and in return وفي المقابل the crocodile gives the plover an easy meal. والمقابل ان التمساح بيديله وجبة سهلة. تمام، يعني الاتنين مستفادين من بعض. and this is what we call and the biologists called it symbiosis. بيسموها في علم البيولوجي اللي هي symbiosis، التكافؤ. Okay, next part. Who can read this paragraph? Yes, أبو عبيدة.
In some cases of symbiosis, like the crocodile and the plover, each animal in pair benefits from their relationship in a different way. However, in other cases, the animals share a common goal. This is true of the honeyguide, bird, and the rattle.
The rattle. Okay, these are two kinds of animals. The okay, we will see them next. هنوري لكم صورهم بعدين في next slide. Okay, again أبو عبيدة, this is true of.
This is true of the honeyguide and the bird and the rattle. A furry creature with short legs, long claws. Both these animals live on grasslands in Africa and have an appetite for honey. As its name suggests, the honeyguide has a special ability for locating beehives. However, this animal bird can...
You know beehives? The place where bees live. خلية النحل يعني. Okay.
However, this small bird cannot open a beehive to get at the honey. To accomplish this, it teams up with the rattles. Rattles are perfect match for the honeyguide, as they love honey large enough to crack open a hive, but have no ability to find hives themselves. This honeyguide flies over grassland for a hive. When it does spot a hive, it swoops down and makes a noise to alert the rattle.
Swoops down means fly down, yes? The rattle uses, yeah?
The rattle uses its claws to tear open the hive. After eating its fill, the rattle invites the honeyguide to finish the leftovers.
Okay, thank you, Abu Ubaida. And the outline of this paragraph, which talk about the honeyguide and the rattle, is the main idea is the honeyguide, bird, and the rattle. And here are two other sentences. The honeyguide locates the beehive, and the rattle tears open. Tears open means crash the beehive and open it. Okay, tears open the hive to get the honey. So both of them depend on each other, okay, to get the benefit. This is the honey guide and this is the rattle. Okay, next paragraph about other two animals. Who will read this one? Okay, Ahmed, Ahmed.
Another two animals that team up to compensate for their own weakness are the zebra.
We studied compensate yesterday. Do you remember it, Ahmed? Compensate قلنا معناه ايه؟
يعوض تقريبا.
يعوض, yes. Very good. Thank you, Ahmed. For their own weakness. Okay,
are the zebra and the ostrich. They are two animals who often travel together. This is no surprise since they are a perfect match. While the giant flightless
ostrich means the stretch which can't fly, يعني التي لا تستطيع الطير. Has poor
sense of both smell and hearing. The zebra has a acute sense of smell and hearing. On the other hand, the zebra has terrible eyesight.
يعني النظر بتاعها بيكون ضعيف شوية. عشان كده بيعتمد
while the ostrich has excellent eyesight, enhanced by its long neck, which
Enables.
enable the ostrich to see far into the distance.
Yes.
In the way, make each make up for the other
Deficiencies.
deficiencies. As
Yes.
a result, the animals, while zebra can smell or hear others, would be apart orchards can see predators such as lions far in the distance, while zebras can smell or hear others as
They approach.
approach.
Okay.
Birds
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. In this part, we can outline this or create outline using these sentences. The ostrich and the zebra. The ostrich has good eyesight and can spot predators in the distance. On the contrary, the zebra has good senses of smell and hearing for locating predators, so they depend upon each other. Next part, birds and land animals. Yes, Omar.
Birds and land animals aren't the only ones that work in symbiotic pairs.
Symbiotic birds.
Symbiotic pairs. Some sea animals like the clownfish and the sea anemone. Anemone do as well. Sea anemones, which look like planets, are actually dangerous animals with.
Yes. Poisonous.
With poisonous tentacles. Most fish stay away from animals to avoid anemones to avoid being stung.
Okay,
However,
these are the two animals which are sea animals. This is the fish, okay, and this is the anemones. Okay, it seems like plant, but this is a kind of sea creatures, okay, which called anemones. With this part which is called tentacles. Tentacles is one of the long thin parts of a sea creature as octopus، يعني اللي هي أرجل زي الأكتوبس بنسموها في العربي بنسموها مجس، تبقى موجودة في بعض الحيوانات زي الحيوانات البحرية. Okay, Omar, most fish.
However, the clownfish makes its home among the sea anemones. It doesn't get stung because its body is protected by a special coating, living among the deadly tentacles of an anemones. Has a clear advantage. Most predators stay away. Another benefit for the clownfish is that it is able to eat animals' leftovers, bits of food. But what is the advantage of the animals? There are
leftover. Omar, leftover. Do you know the meaning of leftover?
leftover الباقي.
Yes.
الباقي.
The rest of your food after you finish your eating or your meal, the pieces of food which remains are called leftover. Okay, but
what is the advantage of the animal? There are several. First, the brightly colored clownfish attracts predators. When the clownfish swims under the animal's tentacles, to safety. If the predator follows, the animal has the chance to sting and eat it. Other services the clownfish perform are cleaning up food scraps and dead animals' tentacles and chasing away fish that might eat the animals.
Okay, so we can summarize this paragraph with saying the clownfish and the anemone. The clownfish attracts prey into the anemones and cleans up scraps of food. This is the role of the clownfish. Okay? The anemone provide a safe home and food for the clownfish. Okay? يعني الاثنين بيعتمدوا على بعض, and this is the symbiosis. While many symbiotic pairs may at first look like odd parent or odd partners, بيبدو ان هم شركاء مختلفين, ولكن the benefits they provide one another are invaluable. القيمة اللي بيزودوا بيها بعض بتكون ثمينة. And may make the difference between life and death. In fact, it's often these animals very differences that make them perfect partner. Okay guys, now let's answer these questions. Number 1, explain the meaning of symbiosis. Who can explain the meaning of symbiosis? Okay, Tarek?
It's a relationship between two animals who depend on each other.
Yeah, very good, Tarek. It's the relationship in which two animals depend upon and benefit from one another. Question number 2. In what way do the African crocodile and the plover have a symbiotic relationship? Yes, Ahmed?
Food the blubber.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. Of course, as we read, the plover cleans the crocodile's teeth, which prevents infection, بتمنع عنه الإصابة, and provides a meal for the plover. Question number 3. Give an example of a case of symbiosis in which each animal has the same goal. Yes, Ahmed Ahmad. They have the same goal. يعني الاثنين بيبقى لهم نفس الهدف. Give an example of a case of symbiosis. Okay, Tarek?
The honey guide and
Yeah, very good. The honey guide and the rattle. Yeah. The honey guide, thank you. The honey guide bird and the rattle help each other get honey. الاتنين عايزين الهاني, العسل من الخلية. The honey guide bird finds the hive. الطائر هو اللي بيوجد أو بيبحث عن الخلية, and the rattle tears it up. واللي بيفتح الخلية وبيقدر يكسرها هو الراتل. Okay. Number 4. Name two animals that make up for each other's deficiencies, and how do they do this? Deficiencies, weakness, العجز أو النقص, بيعتمدوا على بعض on each other deficiencies. Okay يا أبو عبيدة?
the zebra and the ostrich.
Yes, of course. The zebra has bad eyesight but good sense of smell and hearing. يعني بيكون عنده الزبرة حاسة الرؤية بتكون ضعيفة شوية, ولكن good sense of smell and hearing, حاسة السمع والشم بتكون كويس. والعكس الأوستريتش. Ostrich has poor sense of smell and hearing but good eyesight. يبقى الاتنين بيعتمدوا على بعض أو بيعتمدوا على each other's deficiencies. Okay, last question. What benefit do the clownfish and anemone offer each other? Okay, Tari, number 5.
The anemone provides for the clownfish protection from predators.
Yeah, protection and shelter. Yes. And
shelter.
yes,
and the clownfish,
clownfish on the other hand
cleans the anemone dead skin.
Yeah, very good. Okay, thank you, Tari. So we say the anemone provides a safe home for the clownfish and leftover food, and the clownfish attracts prey to the anemone, cleans up food, scrapes and dead tentacles, and chases away fish that eat the anemone. Okay, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and see you next lesson inshallah. Goodbye.